All right, like I said, we're going to use a contrast. So you guys are going to have to, if you look at this page and then come down here, these are kind of your go-to pages. You're making these 5 pictures, okay? And this is where you've got to be regimented with your group members. So each group member is going to come up here, or actually someone from each group is going to come get 2 sheets of green, 2 sheets of yellow. Green is going to represent the dark paper. This is going to represent the light paper. And we're using a color contrast. So we're going to get rulers. You're going to measure 5 pieces that are 14 by 8 for the green. 13 by 7, by the way, centimeters, metrics. Okay? So if you keep going through this list, all right, circles. It says dark colored paper. What we're doing is we're using a color contrast. Now, this is what we saw last class for a lot of people watching their other people work. Be a good group member. So some of you are going to cut out 5 of these, and then some will cut out 5 of these. And as soon as you're done, this goes really fast. So guys, let's focus on listening to directions. All right? Some other classes had trouble because they were like asking questions now, not related to this. Let's focus just on this. So this is what happens really quickly. You get all this assembled, you'll have 5 of these lined up. As soon as you can, you'll glue the small one inside the large one. That's why there are a difference in size. Like I said, we're using color contrast. So let's use this. Go down here. So the cytoplasm versus the cell wall, because this is a plant cell. And then I'll use the green for a big circle and then the yellow for a small circle. So keep seeing this layered contrast of color to show what's going on in this particular picture. Now, use a circle for this one and for these 2. Well, for that one, that's at the end. So when I put these 2 circles up here, then I put my new cell wall across, and I put the bottom one there, and now I've got the last picture. The other 3 in between, all right, they're showing the stages of mitosis. So we're going to use yarn. You can use this one or this one, I don't care. 2 centimeters, you need 32 of these. You need 16 toothpicks. That's going to go here. The toothpicks represent the spindle fibers. By the way, see this one and this one? Do you see a difference in size? This difference in size is trying to show the chromatids separate. They separate. So make these toothpicks a little bit smaller. You might have to break a piece off. That's a group decision. All right, so that's the 3rd picture. And then over here, by the way, this is a dotted line that you can draw. You're trying to show the new nuclear membrane starts to form as these chromosomes unravel. Okay, the last picture. Do I have my thread up here? The last picture is going to use thread. Again, the chromosomes is represented by yarn. Look at the difference. Thread for the thread-like structure, chromatin. All right? All you need is one piece like this. You're going to cut it in half, put one in the circle there, one in the circle there. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, having said that, go back, keep going back to this page. Every group has 2 of these papers, one per table. All right, and your groups of 4. Toothpicks, dark color circle, thread, cell plate, cell wall between them. Make sure you have these numbers, match it up. When you're done, you're going to obviously write your group members' names on the back. But what you're also going to do is you're going to write the stage of mitosis for the one that is interphase. And we are grading this for accuracy. How do you know if it's mitosis versus interphase?
Chromatins and chromosomes.
Chromatin and chromosomes. Chromatin and chromosomes. The chromatin represents this, the thread-like fiber. Can mitosis, can interphase happen before or after mitosis?
Yes.
Yes. So what we need you to think about when you're doing this, when you're labeling this is, and I even put it right here, if you can see chromosomes, it's mitosis. If it's chromatin, it's interphase. So you're going to write on the back the stage of mitosis or the one that is interphase. Hang on a second. See those dotted lines? Again, that's something you draw in. We had people last class were trying to take the chromatin that goes here and wrap it around there. Don't do that. All right? We're trying to give you the visual of a thick coiled band. And here's what the chromosomes from someone who didn't finish last class period look like. Okay? Here's their spindle fibers. So this group is almost done. They just had to, I don't know what kept them from getting done, but you guys, I expect you to be done. Number one, we're starting 10 minutes earlier with you. This is where people run into mistakes, and they lose time. We saw a lot of people watching someone cut the yarn, and with this paper right by them. The first thing you should do is have one of you measure out your 14 by 8 and your 13 by 7, 5 of these, and get cutting. And then while you're doing that, some of your other group members can be cutting the yarn. We're going to have a ruler for each table, and we have scissors for every group, or actually more than one scissors. All right? You're not going to like our response if we walk over and say, why aren't you cutting this? We see people not doing this part and sitting there watching them all cut yarn. You're not going to like our response. You're wasting your time and your group's time. This is expected to be done. This counts as a lab grade and a quiz grade, if you want to be honest, because we're checking it for accuracy. So that means you're only supposed to be talking to your group members. Honor code. You only talk to your group members or ask me or Mr. Matheny a question. I think that pretty much covers everything. Oh, how do you make a circle?
Protractor.
If you don't have a protractor, how do you make a circle?
Oh, and it's
Okay, I'm seeing a lot of hand gestures.
the point. You cut a square, then you cut off the point.
You cut a square and cut off the points? Okay, watch this. So, alright, you look at your directions. Someone tell me the diameter
5 centimeters.
of the big circle is 5 centimeters. The small one is? You have directions. Come on, people. 1. Okay, so what you do is draw a line. Draw a line. I will get my ruler here. And this line should be 5 centimeters across, or 1 centimeter if it's a small one. And then what you do, right at the 2.5 mark, meaning it's 2.5 here, 2.5 there, 5 centimeters, and then I'm just going to sketch it here, do another one, then connect the dots, and you have a 5 centimeter circle. It's very simple. The more, obviously, the more lines you put, and obviously mine's done poorly, but the nuclear membrane isn't a perfect circle anyway, so we're not being that picky, but it should be large enough. All right, and then of course the other one is 1, 1, 1, 1, and then that's not done really well, but you get the point. Okay. Are there any questions? So what we need to do is see, you're going to have one group member come pick up 2 sheets, 2 green, 2 yellow. That should be enough. After you cut these out, the excess use for your circles and your cell plates. All right, pass these out. One to each table. So I got rulers coming out. Don't cut your string here. Just cut a string, take it back to your group, and then cut the small circles. Cut the small chromosomes. Hold on. Any other questions?
No.
All right.